Lesson 11. The Race. F.D. Omni. Introduction. Francis Downes Omni was the director of Singapore Research Station from 1952 to 1957, and for the next 3 years, taught marine biology at Hong Kong University. He is a writer by choice, and in all his writings, for example, South Latitude, he has described his own experiences. Contents. Introduction. The Race is an extract taken from The House in the Park by F.D. Omni. In it, he narrates the excitement arising from his participation in the running race. Omni's decision to participate in the race. Omni was a small boy. He had failed in the trial race, but he had finished the course without giving it up. It was in itself a triumph. He felt that, with an extra effort, he would win the race. On Sunday before the school sports day, Omni told Mr. and Mrs. Miller, the friends of his family, that he was participating in the 225 yards handicap race. They expressed their wish to come and see the race. He got a promise from his girl friends to come and see the race. The influence of personal visitors. On the sports day, the Millers and the girl friends he wanted to please were provided seats near the finishing point. Mr. Shuttleworth, the headmaster, patted Omni on his shoulder. Miss Shuttleworth was pleasant to him. Mr. Simpson evinced interest in him. Encouragement to Omni. Omni's failure in the trial race had made Mr. Shuttleworth give him a start of 100 yards from the starting line. He was standing at the starting point and was waiting for the crack of Mr. Shuttleworth's pistol. Miss Shuttleworth advised him not to look around. Mr. Shuttleworth asked him to run gently, pick up speed slowly, and run with all his effort. Mr. Simpson advised him to breathe gently and naturally. The start of the race, Omni's mistakes. The pistol cracked. But then he was looking at his girlfriends. Thus, he lost a second of precious time. Now he heard the thundering steps of his rivals. He was still ahead. Then he did an unpardonable thing. He glanced over his shoulders to see who were following him. In that moment, his rival, a boy in the first form, overtook him. With all his strength, Omni ran, but the rival won. Omni had come second. Reaction to the boy's second position. Mrs. Miller embraced Omni. To her, his second position was something to be proud of. His father considered it better than nothing. His mother asked him not to mind his defeat. He would be first another time. Mr. Shuttleworth proposed to make an athlete of him. Miss Shuttleworth was a bit angry. She called him a very stupid little boy and said that he would have won if he had not looked around. The prize distribution. The evening came. It was the prize distribution function. On a table there were rows of trophies, cups, shields, and medals. Omni wished the prize to be a bicycle or a postcard or a model engine. He was wondering what the prize would be. A lady in purple dress was to give away the prizes. The boy's turn came. She lifted the biggest prize and gave it to him, saying, "What a big prize for a little boy." Mr. Shuttleworth was then talking to some people. Omni bore it off very proudly. Just then, the real winner came and snatched it. The victor told the disappointed boy by way of encouragement that he would get the big one next year. Conclusion. The lady had made a mistake when Mr. Shuttleworth's attention was elsewhere. The mood of joy turned into one of agony for the boy. The boy shed tears. He purified it with his tears. Summary. Gist of the lesson. Omni decided to participate in the 225 yards race. The Millers expressed their wish to come and see him win. His girlfriends promised to come and see him win. On the sports day, the Millers and his girlfriends were all seated near the finishing point. Mr. Shuttleworth patted him. Miss Shuttleworth smiled at him. She advised him not to look back. Mr. Simpson asked him to breathe gently. Omni took his position. The pistol cracked. He wasted a second by looking at the girlfriends. Then others shot past him. The boy picked up speed. He was ahead of them all. At this moment he committed the blunder of looking back to see who were following him. The rival won. The boy finished second. All congratulated the boy. Something was better than nothing, they said. But Miss Shuttleworth was angry. He would have won if he had not looked around. The boy looked at the prizes on the table. He was not impressed with any of them. He preferred a bicycle bell, or a postcard, or a model engine. A lady in purple dress was to give away the prizes. The boy's turn came at last. The lady gave Omni the heavy cup meant for the first place winner. The boy was overjoyed. Just then the real winner snatched away the cup. The victor encouraged the disappointed boy, saying that the boy would get the big one next year. Supplementary materials. Model paragraph. Describe the boy's joy and sorrow during the prize distribution. In the running race, a boy in the first form came first. Omni had come in second. Miss Shuttleworth felt his failure more keenly than he did. He was not impressed with the prizes arranged on the table. The boy's turn to get the prize came. The lady on the stage gave him a heavy cup meant for the first place winner. Hugging it to his breast, and blushing with pride and triumph, he bore it off into the crowd. He would have refused a bicycle or an album or a model engine at that time. The real winner snatched it from him. The lady had made a mistake, while Mr. Shuttleworth's attention was elsewhere. The mood of joy changed into one of agony. Yet the boy was consoled that he would get the big prize next year. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe and share.